What's going on? Wanted to do a interesting video today, kind of about like the workspace, right? I know plenty of people ask me questions about like selling on eBay or stuff like that, and I'm sure there's a lot of people along the way that think about having the perfect setup or having I don't have enough space, I don't got this, I don't know how to do that, and sometimes it's good to just maybe get an idea of how somebody else is doing it. And I'm not saying that I'm at all doing it the right way. I'm not at all saying that I'm like, killing it. I want to get eBay up to a much bigger level. And once I get to that point, it's gonna require more space and a little bit more organization. But I think you'll probably get a kick at how crazy the space is that I've been working out of for the last year and how I've been able to make it work. And if I can make it work in a tiny space like this, then don't let that hold you back as far as the perfect setup. You'll be able to make it work. So check it out. So this is a 3-story townhome. I'm on the 3rd floor, and this is the office. And this is probably only like a 10 by 10 room. And this is where I keep a good amount of stuff. So as far as like inventory, this is where I keep like my the cleats and shoes, and there's a ton going on under there. Got a good amount of stuff like that. Take a step back. Here is the trading, just the 2 screens, and then my laptop. And then just to the right of that is where I store all of the other miscellaneous things like hats, games, and other things like that. And then at the very bottom, just like the shipping, and then all the receipts, so I can be able to use that for expenses and keep track. So that's that. As far as the clothes, check this out. You're probably gonna kick out of this. So going over to my room. Don't make fun of the blanket. It's a little girly, but it's getting cold here, and it's one of the only things that keep me warm. So look at this. I got 2 racks of clothing in my room. There is next to no space. I literally only come in here to go to sleep, and then I get up to walk out. So I got 1 rack, and then I have the 2nd rack in the back, and mainly men's and then mainly women's, obviously a little mixed, but it makes it really easy for me able to go through and find the thing that's sold, and then I pack it. And at the very bottom I have the boxes where I have like the men's athletic shorts pants and then women's athletic shorts pants. But I mean, this is pretty funny. This room has no space. It's a small room, and it's literally where I'm storing all of my clothes at the moment. Obviously I would love a better setup, but you got to do what you got to do. So I have that, and then I obviously got the small office. And then if we go downstairs,
check out the little setup I have as far as taking pictures. So
finally have a good amount of stuff to list, so I'm super stoked about that, and I'm going to get on that right now. But this is it, and I list on this floor. It's not perfect, but I make it work. And then I have these little umbrella lamps that I got from eBay, and to be honest, they're okay. I think the box ones are better, but these were really cheap, and for now they've done all right. I mean, I've sold hundreds of items from just taking pictures on the floor of these, just laying it out and trying to make it look as good as possible. But I mean, that's it, like literally in the middle of the living room, just making it work. So that's my setup. It's a little nuts, right? It's not perfect at all. So when I'm taking pictures and stuff, selling, showing things I'm selling on Instagram, I take my pictures and I'm selling a few things and I talk about it. The one thing that I feel like is people are probably interested in is kind of like, what's your setup? How are you even storing this stuff? How are you even taking pictures? What are you doing, as far as that side of it? So just to give you a little snapshot as to what's going on, it's an absolute mess. It works for me because I know where stuff is and I keep good track of it. But for most people, they'd probably be like a little overwhelmed and not even be able to do it because, man, there's next to no space. This room is tiny as hell, claustrophobic. My room literally is only good for just walking into and going to sleep. And then obviously when everyone is gone, I move the whole living room apart to be able to take pictures, and then have to set it all up and trek it up and down and all that and store it and whatnot. So it's not ideal, but the good thing with that is I feel like for me personally, if I can make it work kind of in chaos where nothing is perfect, then if I can continue to grow the eBay business and then have a little bit more space and maybe get like a storage unit along the way, I feel like it'll only get easier, and then I'll only be able to sell more. So just wanted to let everybody see it. Whether or not you're interested or not, I figured it's something that somebody may actually like and take a thing or two away and be like, you know what, I wanted to consider doing eBay, but I didn't think I had the right setup, and then realizing that you don't need to have anything amazing. I sure as hell don't, but I've been able to sell, you know, a good amount of things out of a place that is a complete mess. So just wanted to give you a little inside scoop on that. Hopefully it kind of helps maybe give somebody an idea. The umbrella lamps, they're okay. They're not great. I would strongly recommend, if you don't mind spending a few bucks, get the square ones. I think they're a little bit more, but they are worth it. The umbrella, they work for me now, but eventually I will be upgrading. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to let me know, and I will see you guys next time.